Welcome back to the Muni, everyone. Our nightcap, Mid-American Nazarene at 28-7, and McKendree at 30-5. As we continue here on Metro Mania, the final spot in the semifinals on Monday on the line in this ball game here tonight, and we have a great atmosphere here in the national championship ready to go. And let's take a look at the brackets to see how these teams got here and what's on the line here tonight. Robert Morris won earlier. Rocky Mountain also won. Columbia, in a game you might have just seen here on Metro Sports, will take on the winner then on Monday of our game here tonight, McKendree and Mid-American Nazarene. And hi again, everybody. Neil Harwell along with Doug Elston. Great to have you with us here for our nightcap. And Doug, the fans have come over from Olathe and everywhere else in the community to watch Mid-American Nazarene and their run through this tournament. And don't leave out those folks from McKendree. They have made their trek over from Lebanon, Illinois, and they're ready to go here tonight. And this should be just a great atmosphere in the national championship.
It absolutely will. You're exactly right. There's a lot of energy that has come down from the south in Olathe, and to see their guy, Danny Hawkins, who's been incredible in this tournament, had 31 and 11 last night, but Eric Palm, not to be outdone from McKendree, had 33 in the first round game. Both these guys really get it done. We go to the starting lineups here tonight. The Pioneers will go with Brenton Bell, Austin Boots, who hit the big 3-ball last night to win the game, Danny Hawkins, who was outstanding with 31, Cal Kibbers fouled out at about the 9-minute mark, but had a great game until then with 19, and Andrew Crotty played the good defense last night. McKendree looks like this. Eric Palm has been tremendous in this tournament. He leads it in scoring at 30 a game here in the tournament. He has hit 25 of 26 free throws in the first 2 games of the tournament. Andy Wolf, the point guard. The athletic Eric Hobby, who had a double-double last night with 15 points and 10 rebounds. Brad Copeland, who's been outstanding, the sophomore, 6'7" from O'Fallon, Illinois. And then the junior, Ken Detman at 6'7", fills out the starting lineup. And there is Rocky Lamar in his 23rd season here at Mid-American Nazarene. And they designed that play last night. Doug, he came over and talked to us, said we're going to go for the 3, didn't he? Yeah, he did too. He said they made that mistake on a couple of occasions to go for the tie, and into overtime they lost it, so why not let it all hang out? And the greatest thing about that was his team at that point was 1 for 11 outside, 0 for 11 outside the 3-point line, and Boots was 0 for 6, and there was no doubt that that ball was going when it left his hand.
And the two coaches hugged. There's the other one. They've obviously known each other for a long time. Harry Statham, 43rd season here at McKendree, and here they are in the quarterfinals. 8-time Coach of the Year in the America Midwest Conference, and he's getting them fired up in that huddle. You can see his head bouncing up and down. He is ready to go here tonight. And he is the winningest coach in college basketball as far as victories go. 995 wins in his career over 43 seasons. And he's also coached in the most basketball games. 1,376 now.
Oh, it's amazing. In his 43rd season, it looked like he was treating it, well, maybe not just like his first season, but pretty close, still coming with a lot of energy and intensity. And you see these guys, McKendree has some interchangeable parts. And you like Hobby, very athletic. You got like Rockers, who comes off the bench, and Copeland. All of those very strong and athletic guys. That's 6'6", 6'7".
Mid-American Nazarene will start with it on offense. They are the visiting team wearing dark here in this ball game. McKendree, the home team, wearing white. McKendree is the number 7 seed in this tournament. And a traveling call going against Kibbers.
Now, you talked about Kibbers last night, Neil. He fouled out with, what, 9 minutes to go in the basketball game, 19 points, but a lot of that done in transition. He really likes to get out and go, and at 6'9", runs the floor extremely well, just like that of a 6'1", 6-foot guy.
Yeah, he was beating the big people from OBU up and down the floor, especially in that first half.
Can't give him that look.
Palm from outside, who's averaging 30 points a game in this tournament. And the other way they move with it, here are the Pioneers from Mid-American Nazarene from Olathe, Kansas.
That's a good matchup inside.
Oh, Danny Hawkins on on the follow-away.
What Hawkins likes to do so well is he likes to drive at the defender, feel the defender on his backside, and then fall away after he gets a little contact and the defender off balance.
He had 31 points last night and 11 rebounds in that win. Palm from outside, rebound Detmer, and he stuck it in the crack, goes for it again, and a timeout called. As finally he gets it all together. He's academic all conference. The smart move was to call the timeout. He was in trouble on the seat of his pants in the lane.
And the defenders were starting to crowd him a little bit, something you don't normally see from Detmer. As a good offensive rebounder this time, long shot equals a long rebound, and 9 times out of 10 he's hitting that shot, but not this time, but a heady play that time by Detmer to call the timeout. There's so many guys on either team that we'll talk about. Eric Palm, he's one of those guys, his motor never stops running offensively, so he's constantly moving, a very difficult guy to guard. Kibbers, he's moving up and down the floor very well, got in foul trouble, really some phantom calls last night. They ended up knocking him out of the game.
Doug, for me, Eric Palm's kind of the wild card in this game. The big folks match up really well on both sides. There's Palm on the fadeaway. He's going to be the tough matchup, I think, for the Pioneers. He's a tough matchup for every team, but maybe more so tonight.
And the guy that we didn't talk about much last night who had a very good first-round game was Brenton Bell. He had 21 in the first-round game, but I think he only had 7 in last night's ball game. He can really get it going from the outside as well.
Yeah, Brenton struggled from the free throw line, or the field last night, 0 for 4 from 3 and 1 for 10. He had 18, though, in the first-round game in their win. Here's Hawkins, stolen away Detmer. And quickly he gets it off to some friends here, and Palm up the floor to Wolf. Dumps it in, Detmer. Met there by Hawkins. Detmer off the glass and scoring.
A pretty good defense that time by Hawkins, who got a piece of the ball going up. Good strength by Detmer. Playing the ball game inside out right now is McKendree.
Hawkins again, and rebounded there by McKendree. As we are tied at 2, and we've played just over 2 minutes here at the Muni. Glad to have you with us here on Metro Sports. Along with Doug Elston, this is Neil Harwell, and Eric Palm will go to the free throw line.
Something he does so well is the ability not only to draw fouls, but somehow, some way, he always gets that ball up there to have a shot at the basket after getting fouled. He contorts his body, moves his body around, has excellent body control.
And he misses a free throw. That is a rarity. He is 25 of 26 in this tournament. Until then, so now 25 of 27. You know, the thing about Palm, he's not big, 6'2", 185. I mean, he's slender. He's athletic looking and athletic playing. But you wouldn't look at him and go, wow, there's a guy that's going to get to the free throw line a million times. But he does, using those attributes you just talked about. Here's Tompkins.
One of the great things about both of these teams, and they have so many weapons, is that in this tournament, you can get so tired, and this is about that game where you start to lose your legs, you start to lose your focus, evidenced by that pass and turnover right there. A very easy pass to catch, but you just lose that focus, and both teams drawing a lot of energy off of their crowds at this point, and they've really got to keep it together mentally. Hobby
on the spin around, and the rebound taken away by Kibbers, and he'll just lead the break up the floor and tries to give it off to Bell, and really out of control, both of them here on the wing. And it is Bell that's covering Eric Palm, so he's got the big matchup here tonight.
On the defensive end too, a lot of guys playing with their knees not bent at this point straight up, so it's a mentally exhausting tournament here.
Oh, Hawkins leading the break to Kibbers. We saw that last night. Those big fellas can run.
Especially Kibbers. Really likes to get out and go. But these guys are playing ball games with less than 24 hours rest. Very tough after 3 nights.
Well, Kibbers fouled out, and there's another bucket by Detmer.
You can see the strategy of Coach Statham's teams. They're going right at Hawkins right now, playing defense on Detmer.
Tompkins off the glass and scoring. Vince Tompkins, 6 feet, a junior from Olathe, Kansas, Olathe Northwest High School.
Going to try to go inside. They're going to try to wear out the big guys from Mid-America.
And a traveling call out front on Eric Hobby. Substitutions into the ball game. Coming in is Ben Swinger, 6'8" junior for Mid-America. And then Sean Rockers, 6'6" freshman. And he had a great game last night, Rockers did. 19 points, 10 rebounds. He was 7 of 9 from the free throw line. And he and Hobby are two athletic players for this McKendree team.
And they're going to throw a lot of bodies right now again on Hawkins to try to wear him down, knowing he's a big key to Mid-America's success.
And they ran 3 guys at him and stole it. And then lost the handle the other way. It turns back over to the Pioneers. Also checking in is the hero of the game last night, and that is Austin Boots.
Look at all the help coming right now. Rockers the second guy to guard, and you see 3-4 guys running at Hawkins once the ball and he get into the paint with the basketball. You're going to see a lot of unforced errors here early on in this ball game. Again, the mental aspect and the tiring aspect of this tournament. Very grueling.
Here's Hawkins. He can play with his back to the basket, his face to the basket, doesn't really matter. And this one goes out of bounds and over to McKendree.
One of the recipients, and a couple of the recipients in last night's ballgame, when Hawkins touches the basketball, you see 3 and possibly 4 guys running at him. His mate, who at this point in time is Crotty or Kibbers, is running straight to the rim and will be wide open on several occasions throughout the course of this ballgame.
And he's a good passer also from the post area, so we've already seen him lead the break down the floor. Here's Palm now with Tompkins on him as they switch up on him.
Strong.
Up over the top, no good for Copeland, and Hawkins, speaking of strong, as he rips the rebound away, the leading rebounder in the country at over 12 a game. Stolen away by Hobby, but he lost it on the baseline.
Saw some very athletic plays last night from Hobby, just able to hang up in the air at 6'6", an obvious pro volleyball career after his career in basketball.
Here's Tompkins out high, now to Boots. Well, he hit that big 3 ball to win the game last night from about that spot.
Oh, right there.
Ditto. Austin Boots.
Boots. From the Olathe crowd.
4-point lead for the Pioneers. Pettiford in the ball game now, wearing number 20. He's been very good in this tournament.
It's a lot of points late.
Done it from the free throw line. Yep. Shaping up Rockers on the baseline. That is too smooth. Picking up where he left off last night. Hawkins all alone underneath. Lost the handle, and that's a traveling call, or a double dribble.
Again, one of those mental plays right there that Hawkins does not make that error. But did.
Brenton Bell back in the ball game. Hawkins will sit down. And just had the layup all alone. And like a watermelon seed, just right out of his hands. But he'll take a seat. The All-American, Danny Hawkins. Here's Wolf back in there. Now Rockers and off to Pettiford. Shot clock now inside of 10. Copeland goes to work in the lane. Oh, nice move as he goes to the other side. Copeland with his first 2 tonight. On the pull-up, Brenton Bell. Nice rebound inside for Mid-America Nazarene. That's Brady Small that got the rebound. Kibbers lost the handle. Here comes Wolf up the floor. Pettiford to Copeland. Pettiford for 3. Too strong on the whiff. And picked up there by Brady Small. Sideline break for Bell, and he'll wait for his teammates. Whistle and a foul on the far sideline. That one's on Copeland as he and Kibbers were jousting. Rocky Lamar
He's one of those few guys that teaches the game just like he plays it. Very fundamental, very intelligent. Loves his guys. They love him. And the same thing on the opposite sideline, the way that Coach Statham's guys really care for him.
Yeah, Rocky Lamar was an outstanding player here at Mid-America Nazarene. Still holds some of the records in history, like assists in a season and the free throw percentage. And his team has shot free throws pretty well in this tournament. Stolen away by Wolf as Bell took it up. And a carry going against Eric Palm right in front of the Mid-American bench. And back into the ball game, Rocky Lamar sends his All-American Danny Hawkins.
Early on, it's kind of like a fourth grade basketball game with these guys. The unforced errors that they're committing right now, very uncharacteristic, but it's the nature of this tournament in this third game.
8 turnovers on Mid-America Nazarene. Out high Hawkins, Detmer right with him. Now it's Kibbers, slapped away by Hobby, but recovered by Bell. Hawkins finds his way into the lane and scores it.
He just needed that little break for about a minute. He and Eric Palm back into the ball game on opposite sides.
Palm had it stripped away by Bell, but recovered by Hobby. And now Palm goes and draws another foul.
It's just amazing the way he still gets the ball up and the ability to possibly have a three-point opportunity after drawing contact.
Just a tremendous knack for it.
Unbelievable.
And he'll go back to the free throw line. The 2-time Conference Player of the Year in the AMC, the American Midwest Conference. And Columbia College is already in the semifinals. They also play in that conference. Hobby will leave. Copeland comes back in. An NAIA All-American last season. And just killing it from the free throw line in this tournament.
And all year. Mid-80s.
Here's Kibbers.
And again, throwing another defender right now on Hawkins. Detmer done a good job so far.
Oh, great quick move by Tompkins. He has 4.
He's one of those guys very capable. He didn't have to do it the previous 2 games. Now they need him, and he's starting to produce.
Palm on the fall away. Oh, that is too smooth.
Nice bounce by Palm.
5 for Palm. We are tied at 13. On the wing, Brenton Bell. Off to Andrew Crotty. They were teammates at Olathe South High School. From outside, Kibbers, and that's a 2. They said his foot is on the line. Back to a 2-point lead for the Pioneers. They cross it over, work it down low. Nice defense in there by Crotty. Played solid defense last night.
Yep.
And all season. And his entire career.
Nice post there by Crotty.
Can't get it to go, though, and Detmer rebounds. And stolen right back by Tompkins. He's sandwiched, finds some help from Bell, who's still struggling from the floor. Those are shots that he will normally knock down. Palm on the pull-up. Oh, wow. My goodness.
That's just a scorer's mentality right there. Just manufacturing shots.
Boy, Bell had to regroup quickly after missing the shot to cover the All-American.
3 guys right around Hawkins.
Backdoor cut, and they throw it out of bounds.
You know, you talked about Crotty, and one thing they do need from him is to be his complement, Hawkins' complement, and just make easy shots, number 1, like he just missed in the previous possession, but number 2, play good, solid defense, be that glue guy. That's exactly what they need from him.
Bryce Carr in the ball game now for Mid-America Nazarene. Also, Boots checked back in. Carr is from Paola, a senior, 6 feet. Boots from Fort Scott. On the fall away, short this time is Hobby. Ahead of the pack is Kibbers. All she wrote.
Imagine Kibbers leading the pack in transition. And he's not really leaking out as much as you would think. By that, when the shot goes up, he's already headed to the other end of the floor. He's getting to about the hash mark, and then he's gone. And Hawkins knows it too. So when Hawkins gets this rebound, look, Kibberts starts like he's about the hash mark right when Hawkins gets the ball, and he knows exactly where he's at. That's the point guard's responsibility. When the shot goes up on your offensive end, Pettiford, in that case, needs to be back at least to the half-court line, especially against Kibbers.
Well, also the weird thing there too, Doug, Kibbers is 6'9", plays inside a lot. Hobby took him outside and took the shot up. They were in the same place together when Hobby took that shot, but Kibbers finished 15 feet in front of him as he ran down the floor, so Hobby's got to hustle back too.
And that's true, but it's difficult, like you mentioned previously, to gather yourself and collect your thoughts and then get off to the races, as Kibbers just has that built into his mental mind.
Out top, Hobby. 3-ball, no. Nice block-out job inside.
Rockers.
Was that Crotty that was blocking about 3 guys out? Nope, it was actually Ben Swinger that was in there doing it. Nice job of the 6'8" junior.
And that's Rockers come through trying to go over everybody's back that time over Kibbers as well.
Here's Swinger out top. Here's Boots. Now to Kibbers. Too strong. Rebound pulled away by Rockers. 9 minutes to play, first half, 2-point ball game. Mid-American Nazarene on top. Unseeded coming in this tournament. Palm from the parking lot. Eric Palm with another 3-ball in this tournament, and he has 10 points in the game. Round 1, he scored 33. Last night, he scored 27 in round 2.
Making sure right now that you guard him from everywhere. Look at where he is at, 24-5 feet away from the basket. And Brenton Bell's got to get out on him at all times.
Hawkins on the baseline. Ripped away by Rockers as McKendree leads it by 1.
And all Palm has done other than expand the entire defense is just opening up his lane for driving abilities.
Lob it to Rockers. Palm going on the backdoor cut on the other side. They worked it well, and he's got a dozen.
Another thing they do right there, good screen to free him, but he's constantly moving without the basketball.
Yeah, his motor is never turned off.
Oh, ever.
From outside, Boots for 3. No good. Rockers the rebound, and McKendree on a little mini run here. Again, I go back to Palm. For me, was the wild card in this game. He's a tough guard for the Pioneers. Inside, everything's kind of equaling out, at least so far. Knocked away, McKendree will keep it. Substitutions in the ball game. Let's look again at that last little give and go.
One of the things Palm does so well. Not only does he get just a slight screen right there, but he's constantly moving. There's got to be help. There's got to be a hedge on that screen. One thing Mid-America did so well last night was the hedge on all screens, and that's the mental aspect that's coming in tonight. Got to still be cognizant of what you're taught.
Copeland getting free until that block shot by Swinger. Up the floor to Bell, off the glass and in.
That was Crotty, good defense. And that's something that Bell may need, just a confidence boost right there, just something to get going and go through the rim.
Yeah, he got to see it go through the net and see if that picks up his shooting now. From outside, Hobby, a 3!
Wow. Excellent basketball. Both of these teams, regardless of the grueling manner of this tournament, both of these teams really competing and going after each other, drawing a lot of energy from the crowd.
These two teams are a lot of fun to watch. Kibbers, no good this time, and rebounded there by Copeland, and up the floor, Pettiford. You know, some teams and games are pleasing to the eye, others just kind of grinders. These two teams are a lot of fun to watch as Hawkins pulls that one down and quickly to Tompkins.
You know, McKendree's doing a good job of holding Hawkins under control here so far. A lot of focus going into him when he touches the ball on the block. But for some reason, he's going to explode at one point in time in this ball game.
Bell on the wing, met there by Palm. Now Kibbers. Hawkins going to work on the fall away. His back was nearly parallel to the ground when he shot that thing. Copeland will reshape the offense with McKendree leading by 4. Largest lead of the game for McKendree. Detmer, and they throw it away. More substitutions, they keep coming. Rockers will enter, Boots and also Swinger back into the ball game.
Slight shove that time by Hawkins at a timely moment, forcing Detmer just a little bit off balance and the ball to carry him off his hand.
Also Wolf back in, and here comes John Russler, the 6'5" senior, into the ball game. He replaces Copeland. 4-point lead for the Bearcats of McKendree. Inside, Hawkins, and all she wrote.
And a good pass. One of the other things that Mid-America did so well, and McKendree for that matter, the way that they feed the post and give him a lane, that post player who's posting up a lane to the basket, they do it so well and away from the defense. Right there, you also saw that not one individual can guard Hawkins inside.
Back to a 2-point lead for the Bearcats. Here's Palm on the pull-up. Not this time. It's Tompkins that's covering him now. Boots gets things under control. Now to Tompkins, who's been good off the dribble a couple of times and getting to the rim.
Got him.
They work Hawkins free. The pump fake, no. And the rebound ripped away by Eric Hobby.
They're just flying at him when he gets the ball inside.
High-low, they work it. Double team down there is Rockers. Hobby for 3. Not this time. A great rebound by Wolf, flying in and pulling that one away. Wolf goes all the way to the hoop, put it in the crack, but he was fouled as he takes it in. And Wolf will go to the line.
That's his second personal, team 3. Number 22, Andy Wolf.
That was an uncharacteristic play that time by Crotty, who would normally stand in there and take the charge. Instead, he reaches in there just lazy and tired right now.
First one rings out, 67% on the season for Andy Wolf. Kibbers back in, replacing Crotty. And Copeland returns, replacing Russler. As Coach Statham gives him a hand as he comes off. Wolf gets the second, back to a 3-point lead for McKendree. Swinger up top. Now Hawkins. As they run the offense. Hawkins finds his way to the rack. As he takes it there, he picks up the foul.
You know, and on paper, he's not a good free throw shooter, but if you look at his production in this tournament, incredible.
Yeah, he is 21 of 26 in this tournament, 13 of 15 last night. As he got his 31 in that ball game in the win over Oklahoma Baptist, the #2 seed. You go back to the Heart of America Conference where the Pioneers play, along with William Jewell. They had been NAIA Division II, moved him to Division I. Certainly helps the attendance out in this tournament, but not only that, they knocked off the two #1 and #2 seeds in this tournament. Jewell knocked out Rogers, and then OBU last night went down to Mid-America Nazarene. Tompkins high for the rebound. Up the floor again is Kibbers, and he can't get it to go this time.
Good hustle.
Here's Detmer. shaping up down low. Swinging around over here to Wolf. And now Hobby takes it in. A blocking foul. And Coach Lamar kind of wondering about that one over there. Foul is on Brady Small, and that's his first personal foul.
He wasn't the only coach over there wondering about that one. Watch to see if Small is set. He just comes off his feet that time. If he would have kept his feet set on the ground instead of anticipating Hobby's charge, he might have gotten a call.
Hobby at the line, missing the first one. And how good is it? Coach Lamar's over there wearing his media pass as he coaches the national championship game. I want to see Roy Williams coach with his media pass on.
Hey, he's done that a few times, actually. He kind of loops it onto his belt, though.
Okay, all right. Hobby drops the second one through.
That's hilarious.
Yep. I am, Rocky. He holds it up and says, yep, I am. Yeah, P for participant on that pass. Harry's rolling without one tonight. He's been here 13 times now in this tournament, Coach Statham. First appearance for Rocky Lamar. They know him very well down in Branson. All those trips they made to the Division II tournament down there. In fact, they won the national championship in 07. And Britton Bell lays it in on the look from Danny Hawkins.
Talk about how good of a passer Hawkins is. Right there you saw the patience. He let the play unfold and found Bell for another easy layup, gaining more confidence.
And yeah, again, Britton Bell able to see it go through the hoop another time. Maybe this is the thing that gets him going.
Very patient that time. The screen used very well by Bell.
Kibbers from outside, not this time, and the rebound taken away by Hobby. Tied at 25 in the national tournament. Hobby right down the lane, but he traveled. One more spot left open in the semifinals on Monday night. These two teams playing for it here in the nightcap. Winner will take on Columbia from Missouri. As earlier tonight, they won it by 3 in their ball game over Westminster. Britton Bell met there by Palm, and now Hawkins. Spinning and falling. Not this time. Rebound kept alive by Swinger. Boots for 3. And he's calling for the foul. They said they got him on the arm. That's what he thought. And Coach Lamar letting the officials know about it as they run by. My man is not that bad of a shot.
No.
Didn't you see last night? He hit the game winner.
And not only that, but for the season, he's 45% outside the three-point line.
Palm dealing off to Wolf. Kept alive into the hands of Russler. How about the way Palm broke down the defense? They all converged, and it was a wide open look for Wolf.
You know, we talk about Hawkins having to be guarded by more than one person. The same thing goes for Palm as well. It's on a different side of the court.
2 guys right there on him. He doesn't care and drops a foul and 1.
That is a perfect case right there for Palm. He's inches from hitting the ground, maybe less than that, and he's able to somehow get the ball up to the rim with the chance to go.
Well, Doug, this was just stupid. Look at this.
And watch how close he is to the ground there at the end before he lets go of the basketball. This is a good view right here. I mean, almost touching the ground.
A big three-point play, and he has 15 points. Is he any fun to watch?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Eric
That's
Palm.
something you don't teach right there.
NAIA All-American, and that one going down for Swinger.
You know, whether it's Swinger or whether it's Crotty, out of that position in compliment to Hawkins, just hit the open shot and play solid defense.
Wolf going strong to the rack that time and scoring.
Heavyweight match right now. Both of them just going right back at each other.
3-point lead for McKendree inside of 1 minute to play. Britton Bell from outside, not this time, and the rebound taken away by Hobby. stolen away by Bell. Looked like he got a pretty clean reach in that time. He's had 49 steals on the season coming into the tournament, and he's had 4 steals in this tournament for Rocky Lamar. Looked like he might have had one there. Back into the ball game is Brady Small, or actually Crotty checking back in. McKendree will play for 1 here. Virtually no difference on the game and shot.
Trying to get the push out there by Wolf. Good defense by Tompkins.
Palm fading away as the defense came at him on the double team. Ahead of the pack, they work it to Bell. He tried to get it up there quickly. They wanted the goaltend. Rocky Lamar's calling for it.
I think it hit the backboard in the rim before it actually got swatted down.
Well, Bell maybe had a little bit more time than he thought, but it wasn't much. And so he had to try to sneak it up there fast. We look again.
Was taking him at that point, and he was off step. I don't think Palm can get up that high to make that happen.
Well, if it hit the board and then going up, it was Palm and Rustler.
Jib Cam will show it all.
At this time, it's once again time for our youth team.
At any rate, we have had an outstanding first half. McKendree leads it 30-27 here at the Muni on Metro Mania. We'll throw it back to the Metro Sports Studio. We'll see you for the second half in about 15. Welcome back to the Muni, our second half of the final game of the day in the quarterfinals. On the line, semifinals on Monday night. First half statistics.
Neither team really shooting the basketball up to their own standards, but both teams right now have their stars coming out. The difference in this basketball game right now is, number one, Eric Palm's ability to get to the free throw line, and then overall McKendree getting their 6 for 9 versus just 2 for 2 for Mid-American. They announced the attendance about 5,500 in this ball game, which is a nice crowd.
Very nice crowd here at the NAIA. Foul as Kibberts took it up on the baseline. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Or no, it's on the floor. Foul on the floor. Mid-American Nazarene will trigger it in. Here's Hawkins. Now to Crotty, and Kibberts up over the top, rebounded by Hobby. Down low, Detmer. He went to work early in the first half. Not this time, but Wolf is there, the point guard, on the putback, and he has 5.
And that should never happen. No reason for a point guard to sneak in there, grab an offensive rebound, and put back.
Boots back out high to Hawkins. Backdoor cut goes Kibberts. And 6 assists for Danny Hawkins.
He's got a very solid stat line going on. 8 points, 7 rebounds, now 6 assists. And you talk about the passing for the big guy. I don't know what more you want from this guy on the inside, with the exception of the turnovers there in that first half.
He might mess around and get a triple-double here tonight.
Oh, he'll get one triple-double. Yep.
Palm. And that's a charge that time.
Good job by Kibberts. Knowing that he could have stayed in there and blocked the shot, as Kibberts is 6'9" versus 6 foot. But how about, again, Hawkins waiting for the play to unfold that time, knowing exactly where his teammates are going to be and delivering the pass right on the money.
3-point lead, McKendree on top. Danny Hawkins, the All-American.
2008 Division II Player of the Year.
From Platte City, Missouri. Playing in his hometown here, Platte County High School. Mom and Dad, Lynn and Shelley. On the pull-up, Kibbers from outside. Hobby way up there to grab the rebound, and a foul going against Mid-American Nazarene. That's on Crotty, his 3rd personal foul. You know, Andrew Crotty from Olathe South High School. Doug, he doesn't show up a lot in the statistics. I mean, he gets some rebounds. He had 8 rebounds last night for Rocky Lamar, but he does a lot of dirty work inside. Plays the good defense. And every once in a while picks up the foul. He has 3 right now. He's jousting inside with Russler. Swinging around to Eric Hobby. Hobby for 3.
He got up high on that jump shot.
Hawkins another rebound. He's got 8 boards. Bell surveys the offense to get it going here. Crotty up top. That's Hawkins trying to go off glass, I think. He collects his own rebound.
Oh, he got his body in there.
How about backing a dude down? And then missed the shot. I think they wanted the foul down there, but here comes McKendree, leading by 3.
That's what he does so well. He draws the contact from the defender, and then he feels it. And he makes a move accordingly, usually away from the contact by a good spin move.
On the follow away, Rockers, and that one goes.
Rockers does the same thing, except for Rockers is a very good athlete. Normally jumps over the top of everybody. There he feels somebody.
Oh, and he missed it again, but the putback is there. That's
Bell.
Brenton Bell sneaking in there for the hoop. Nice work by Brenton Bell that time. 6 points in the game for Brenton.
He's also doing a pretty good job defensively here early on in the second half on Palm.
Hobby continues to fire from the outside, and we got cherry pickers again down the floor. It's Kibbers, who is the ultimate cherry picker at 6'9".
He's just lulling everybody to sleep, and all of a sudden he's sneaking out, and he's at the hash or the half-court line before you know it.
What happened again? Hobby took up a three. It was an air ball, and he stood there and watched it, and there went Kibbers the other way.
Stood there, watched it, probably shook his head.
And look at Kibbers.
Kibbers gone.
And Hobby standing right there where he took the shot from.
And the crazy part is there's nothing Hobby could have done that hadn't already been
there's
done.
something he could have done.
Well,
turn and run.
By just standing there, there's nothing he could have done constructively.
Are you kidding me with that?
You're not paying attention. The only thing he could have done was get down the floor with his man.
Yeah.
He couldn't have done anything from the opposite side of the floor after he already whiffed at the basket.
All right.
So the only thing left to do was to get back on defense.
You agree with him standing there watching his air ball?
No, I'm saying the air ball had already occurred. He needed to get back on defense.
Oh, I got you.
There's nothing he could have done.
Oh, I thought you were saying he shouldn't run back. I'm with you now.
Absolutely.
All right. I just needed to get dialed in. All right. We're having fun here, aren't we? 34-33, McKendree on top by 1.
Here comes Palm off the double screen, trying to get him involved right now.
Here's Detmer out high, off to Eric Palm. And a foul out front on Tompkins. We don't want you to forget that this commercial-free coverage should make each game 22 minutes faster. Just like Roadrunner Turbo with Power Boost, an extra burst of download speed up to 22 megs. Palm met there by Tompkins. He has 15, but has not scored in the second half. He got to the rim again, but it didn't go. And now the other way with Tompkins. A one-point ball game. McKendree on top. In a very fun environment here in the national tournament. Tompkins traveled. Another turnover on Mid-America Nazarene.
I missed that one. It's like a pretty good move there by Tompkins.
10 turnovers now on the Pioneers, 8 for McKendree. Stolen away by Brenton Bell. Up the floor to Hawkins. Kibbers will join him. Shot up and in by Danny Hawkins.
Hawkins does such a good job of feeling the contact on him and then goes away from the contact to get his shot. Similar to what Eric Palm